Over your show, boom, 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 another bridge. Oh, sorry. There's a character on Dora that absolutely is stuck in my head. I can't do it.
I love Dora.
It's a grumpy old troll, so that's the song that always is stuck in my head. It's the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge. Just to get like that. It's a grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge. Oh.
Welcome. Welcome back to your Internet Sisters podcast. We are so glad to have you back for episode 19.
19. I know I messed up. I said myself 18. I was like,
I think it's 19 of the podcast.
It's 19. It's 19.
Yeah. We're so glad you're here. Settle in, grab a snack. Let's get started.
Snack.
I'm in a mood today.
Oh,
so I'm going to start right off with the question of the day.
Okay.
And me being me is long-winded. And it requires listening and watching something.
Ooh,
and then at the end, I'm going to ask you the question.
Full presentation. Always. Yes.
I also wanted to make sure that I spoke very clearly. So I have on my notes page what I wanted to say today. So, yeah. And the font is large. Okay. It's not long. The font is large.
You got to do what you got to do, boo.
All right. Here we go.
I'm ready.
On today's episode of Black Womanhood in the Media, Black women are usually the punching bag on a lot of podcasts, usually led by men. Whether it's stereotypes about aggressiveness, choices we make with our hair, our body, or these men choosing not to date Black women, but somehow still making it about Black women, this is not a new topic. All we do is mind our business, yet we still end up being the main character in conversations that happen at tables we're not even seated at. Most recently in the hot seat are popular podcasters from SNG Podcast, James and Fuhad. They've been put through the ringer on the internet, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere, due to a clip of them on Andrew Schultz's Flagrant podcast going viral. The podcast was recorded back in July and was published back in July, but the clip recently went viral just this past weekend. And the clip included Andrew Schultz continuing to make racist jokes about Black women and everybody in general, because that's like his thing. That's his platform. And James and Fuhad, in response, instead of doing anything, just belly laughing at said jokes with no retort or discomfort in sight. The majority of James and Fuhad's audience are Black women, more specifically Black American women. And because of this, it's caused a lot of frustration, disappointment, and uproar in our community. The main complaints come after different accounts of shady and very clear comments of James and Fuhad. They're not only lack of connection to Black American culture, but lack of attraction to Black women, which again was never the problem. We don't care. As previously mentioned, but the problem is that so many times Black women build up content creators. We recommend them to our friends. We grow their audience. For a lot of people, they drop like financial, they subscribe to Patreons, they buy merch, they fly to cities and go to live shows. It's a lot. And we don't take that lightly. Like, we don't just invest in just anybody.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, it's tough to see that at the end of the day, we feel trampled after investing in these individuals. And this is a cycle that's much bigger than the podcast. This is something that happens frequently. It's just tough because I was a fan of the podcast. I spread it to my friends. I was so excited to see like their friendship with one another and like the Black joy on the podcast. And I know a lot of people felt the exact same way. So I'll let you find the clip on your own. I'm not giving any more plays to that video because it's just an hour of like a lot of like communities being targeted. And it's like when you're not funny and you do like low hanging fruit racist jokes, like we expected this. And I think that's why Andrew Schultz is not getting the heat. SNG is getting the heat because like we expected nothing from Andrew to begin with. So I sent you, with that context, I sent Nicole the apology video. And as you're listening to the apology video, the question that I want you to like ponder is, does this feel like an apology or does this feel like an explanation?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it. I'll mute myself.
Okay. Wait, you sent it to...
I think I sent it to...
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Oh, that's why my volume wasn't up. Okay, here we go.
PSA, quick acknowledgement. So if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. But we just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute.
Yep.
This past weekend, there's been a couple of clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to black women.
Yep.
And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a frankly racist joke.
Yeah.
And we were laughing at it. And to give there's first of all, before we get into like specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real thing. Like it is, yeah. Fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down,
Yeah.
I'll smack homeboy in the face,
Yeah.
I'll say this, I'll do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Yeah,
Literally,
move on
all
is
you
the
wanna
fucking word, bro. All you want to do is move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just
Yeah.
move on to the next thing.
There's
and
so
like we
many
had to say a
times.
few times, bro, just move on.
Just move
Just
on.
move
Literally,
on.
so many different topics. We were like, move on, move on, move on. And
Yeah.
it's not even like about pity laughs or anything, but we just wanted to
Get out of that situation.
literally get out of that situation, keep the ball rolling. And we thought it was going to be more of like a bros chat, but it ended up being something that's
ended
not
up
meant to
being
be.
something that's like really, really hurt people that
Yeah.
look to us for support and look to us to feel protected. And protected is the main thing
Yeah.
that I wanted to discuss, is that it is our duty to protect you guys.
Facts.
And it is definitely not cool to be in that situation. And again, not be the ones to stand up and kick the cameras down. And we f***ed it on that occasion.
We did.
It's not going to happen again. And it's about being human. It's about realizing that you don't know what you're prepared for. You don't know how to prepare for something
you don't know
that you don't
about.
know what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
And once it's happened one time, you're like, fuck, all right.
You learn from your mistakes, and that's literally
That's
you
literally it, bro.
learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, we
man.
fucked it, and we're sorry.
We
and
definitely do apologize.
it's, for me, like, it's one of them ones where you don't realize that, like, for one, when you're part of a community, you don't realize that you can hurt your own community.
Especially so
when
bad.
you're not, when unintentionally.
Unintentionally, for real.
And
yeah.
also on top of that, it was so crazy that like the narrative that's been spun about how we feel about our community, the irony of the fact that whilst the whole reason we're in that country was to just show how much we love our community
Yeah.
and show how much we love our supporters and how much
Yeah.
time we spent at the shows and just like getting to know people and just like understanding our community better and just like making friends and making bonds and showing love, and they're showing love. And this whole 6-week trip was just about showing how much we love our community
Yeah,
and how much
building
our
bonds
community
with
show
them, yeah.
show out for us. And then to have that exact same trip be the reason that we're having to have this conversation now. But at the end of the day, mistakes make you a better person.
Mistakes do make
you're
you a
not
better
born
person.
you're not born a
Yeah.
perfect person. And yeah, we don't condone, we don't appease that behavior, we don't rate it. And we don't want you guys to think that we were sat in that room rating what's going on.
We hold our hands up, we apologize, you learn from your mistakes, and we hope we don't let our community down again, because ultimately we do this for you guys. Like,
Yeah,
at the
you
end of
guys
the
are
day,
all
you
we
guys,
have, man.
You guys are literally all we have. You guys have taken us to this level, and we don't want to let you guys down going forward and anymore. So
Quick
'Kay.
acknowledgement.
First thoughts. They clearly don't have a PR team.
No, zero. Because if they did, they wouldn't have gone on there in the first place.
Exactly. Like, they knew exactly what they were walking into.
Because they've talked about his podcast and how much they enjoy it. So this wasn't like we've never been here. No.
We were totally blindsided.
Yeah, no.
Come on, bro. Come on.
No.
So that's my first thought, is like, you weren't blindsided. My second thought is, if you were so passionate about them, or so passionate about wanting to move on to the next thing, and that, you know, if the cameras were off, you would have knocked stuff down, blah, 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 then I felt like that was something that you would have relayed and said, like, hey, can we edit, like, talk to the producers of Schultz's stuff and been like, can we at least edit that part out? like, so clearly they didn't find a problem with it. It
No.
wasn't until it came out afterwards that they were like, oh yeah, I guess that probably wasn't a good look. And it also feels like I understand how getting into the US market as far as media goes, whether that's movies, television, music, podcasting, how like that's a big thing for people, right?
Yeah.
So I can see how they went to like the main kind
You
of
go to the heavy
podcast
hitters in that sphere. Yeah.
in that sphere,
Yeah.
and they probably didn't want to make anybody mad, and blah, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah, 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 and they're trying to, you know, break it to the U.S. market, which I mean, clearly they're one of the top in the U.S. market. Third thing, they couldn't even say Black women.
At once at the beginning. That's it. And then it was like, it turned into our community.
Our community, we know that you guys are, you know, y'all are like the main ones that got us here. Like, just say
Don't
Black
mess up our
women have
bag.
been our main demographic,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually don't give a crap about you.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is very disappointing because we were such fans of them. And like you said, a big part of it was literally was just like the Black joy and the non-toxicity between their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The two of them being such a loving relationship that wasn't like, you know, what would the millennials say growing up? No homo, right?
Yeah,
It was just like true love between the two of them.
Yeah.
And that was really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a take from a creator, I think it was on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lady who was like, we have to be very careful with like completely canceling people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because she was like, we can't do the white supremacist work for them.
That part. They were
And
very
like,
much so. It was giving setup. Andrew's going to be fine because that's his default content. Unfortunately, this is going to be a huge ding to they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine on the podcast, SNG, but it's still like a really unfortunate mark on the ledger of people that were really well loved. And for a while, they were the guys that's like, look, no other men deserve microphones except for them. Like, they can have the microphones, no, but like people were defending them. And so it's just, that's a good call out. That's a very, very good call out. Like,
I was like, wow.
Where's that balance between accountability and like, okay, this isn't we need to be on a timeout,
because there aren't a lot of Black men with their energy in that sphere.
Mm-mm.
And so are we going to do the work of the people who are always going to remain at the top and take their microphone away from them?
Yeah.
At the same time,
come on, bruh.
Like, they know they messed
comments
up
about like their travels to the U.S. and how the weather down here is disgusting and how like, oh, they must stink down there. Like, and then there were comments. People were upset about them making comments about there's no beautiful women in Atlanta. And people like, if you don't like Black women, just say that, because every type of beautiful Black woman is down there.
Atlanta is
comments about like, there was an episode that rubbed me the wrong way because I've been kind of falling off in general. So I think my spirit knew. They were talking about how they were looking up flights or something, and there was a flight from Atlanta to Barcelona, and James was like, what business do people from Atlanta going to Barcelona? What do they have? Why are they going to Barcelona? Atlanta? Why do they have flights from Atlanta? Hartsfield Jackson is the largest airport in the world. And so it's just that lack of awareness of American culture and saying certain things where people are like, I love you, but I'm gonna let it slide. I think this was like an accumulation of things.
For sure.
It's tough to watch. And people make mistakes all the time. There's a new apology video every week, but I wanted to take time to talk about this because like we cared for this podcast. We followed this podcast. I shared it with friends. It was shared with me by another woman of color.
You're the one who shared it with me, and I got hooked.
Yeah. And so it's just kind of like, dang, man, y'all low-key got me through the pandemic, and here we are fighting for ourselves again. So I don't want to operate in the way of like, sometimes it's worked for me, and I've lived a life of relative peace, but like starting with distrust, and you have to actively prove me otherwise. I feel like I've saved myself a lot of grief. I feel like I probably blocked myself from a lot of relationships and fandoms. But I'm also just like, I'm always prepared to be disappointed because this is how I walk in the world, and this is always the punching bag.
Yeah.
So I don't wish them harm. I wish them positive learning, but I don't have the capacity to wait around for that to happen.
Facts.
I'm glad that I've not spent any coin. I feel a little less regret. Like we almost did. Like we were trying to like link up, go to a tour date, and it didn't work out. So like, yikes. But I wish them peace and learning, and I hope that they surround themselves with people who genuinely want that for them.
Yeah, because I'm very interested in how the fallout is going to be after this.
Yeah,
As far as podcast numbers, as far as guests that they're going to bring on the show.
Right? People were like, "What does Nella Rose think about all this?" Like, our girl Nella. I know she's disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, so say that there was no baddies in Atlanta. I'm sorry, but
that's the craziest thing to say.
I watched the take. Somebody was like, people pop out the womb beautiful in Atlanta.
If you hate Black women, just say that.
Just
and that's okay. That's we are two people who were not married to other Black people.
Right.
We've never made it anybody's business. And I've never made it a job of mine to say what's wrong with Black men. No. Right. I love me some Black men.
Like, we have incredible Black men in our lives. So
in our families, to do raised by one. Like, hello, why is it my problem? But anyway, so I don't know. I just wanted to take space for that to open up that conversation because we clearly love podcasting. We love podcasters, and we wish them the most positive journey possible for their sake and for the sake of the people who care for them. Yeah. So we shall see.
We shall see indeed.
Thank you for answering my really long-winded question of the day.
That's okay. That's something we needed to be talked about. Sorry to start off so serious, people, but you got to know what's going on in the podcast sphere.
Nah, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So keep supporting other podcasters. If you're taking a break, take this chance to explore new people. Take this chance to listen to new folks that you might not usually frequent. Maybe that's us. Maybe that's other people. That's wonderful. So hopefully new people are found from this break. Because there are a lot of amazing Black men podcasters out there. There's some crazies, but I know that there's some lovely people out there also making content. All right, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. It is time for us to put you on, and it's Nicole's turn.
Yes. Okay, so this put you on is for my peoples who are in the either content creation, photography, video capture world, right? Okay. So I have just recently been doing a lot of content capturing in different ways, and it's been so much freaking fun. One of the first things that I purchased that I was like, this might be good, because particularly some of the content that I create or sometimes create and capture are in darker spaces. So I was trying to find a way to light the spaces that I'm in. That's not just gonna be like, you know?
Yeah.
So on Amazon, of course, I got this handheld light that has saved many an event already.
Many a function.
3 months.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. It is a handheld RGB light, right? Okay. So when I use it, I film with one hand, right? And then I hold this light over top of my head, and I can just travel around the room, right? I just recently have been able to get myself a rig where I can put an LED panel on what I'm holding, so I can have another hand free, you know? But this thing right here, it has been named the lightsaber, okay?
Oh, okay,
so,
okay.
Here we go. I'm going to stand up. You're going to see this light. Also, side note, just you know, I'm going to stand up, so you're going to see my full outfit, people.
Fit check.
Right. Fit check. Now this fit check, you'll see. Anyway,
it's probably not as bad as she thinks it is. I've seen people leave the house in worse.
Here we go. Turn up my volume. Here's the lightsaber.
Oh my God, so cool. This is hilarious. Those look comfy too. I need to snag me some of them. Shout out to men's underwear. Not men, just your underwear.
Not my microphone saying meow.
Oh no.
Meow. Righty,
the lightsaber is so freaking cool.
Oh Lord, please don't die. Okay, here we go. Yeah, right. So it has a button on it. Okay. I'm gonna put my camera up so I'm not just looking at my men's underwear. So. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're watching. What? Darth Vader. Oh my God. Jedi Knight. Anyway, you got multiple colors.
Is there a blue? Okay, I was about to say, you said RGB. I need to see it as advertised. I saw RNG. Ooh, purple.
Pink. We love pinky purple.
It's purple.
Purple. We're back. And we got this light blue.
Ooh.
And then we got
Watch out! The
Flash warning,
po-po's
flash
coming.
warning. I love it. Is it heavy or is it, because you
No,
said
it's
you
pretty
like hold
light.
it over?
Yeah, no, it's pretty light. And so I can literally, there's like white light, there's a mixed light, and then there's warm light, and then it gets into the colors.
Gotcha.
This thing,
Oh my God.
Has
Is the battery
saved-
power pretty strong?
yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Look at me. Look how strong I am. Okay. Yes, it has saved many an event because I can use it as like in my hand. I have put it in the background of videos on the floor. So to light things on the ground and like that
Gotcha.
light coming from up.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done all that dancing. I'm tired. Stamina.
How much was that approximately? If somebody wants to invest in this, how much should they put aside?
48.
Okay. About
48.
$50.
About $50, yeah. And it has been a lifesaver because it's bright. You can control the brightness. You can turn it down, turn it up.
Yeah.
But that thing, like you saw me almost blind myself.
Right. And destroy the fan.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't crack that thing because that thing said kink. It's like, oh.
That brought me back to when we had a bunk bed in our childhood room. And we would jump off the top bunk, but you'd have to plan it
Child.
right so you didn't hit your head on the fan. And we had a friend or a cousin over. Somebody hit their head on the fan. And like
I do remember that.
one of the propellers jumping from the top to like the bottom mattress.
Was
It wasn't I don't think it was anybody we're related to. I really don't.
No,
but
I
I'm
think
also
it
like,
was.
if anybody was in our bedroom and was a guy,
I'm
we
gonna
would have
send
been
you a
related
name.
to that person.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was a guy, Faith. I'm gonna text you who I think
I'm about
it
to
was.
say the name because I have two ideas.
I texted you.
Hold on.
That's who I think it was. He was either that or
That's what I was thinking.
That's
But
what
I
you
don't
were
think they weren't over at our crib that much. So I had to have been the first one. It had to have been. And that is definitely like, that is chaotic behavior. That is reflective chaotic behavior.
you're like,
God,
"That guy,
man.
that
We got
guy."
some funny family though. The men on our father's side of the family are some funny jokers.
funny.
Like,
Yeah.
funny men.
It's a different level. They're insane.
You gotta come prepared. But no, that I like that put you on. I'll make sure I link it in the description of the video so you can check it out.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. For content creators, let's not gatekeep stuff. Like, let's not.
Yes. I was just having that conversation with another content creator. Yeah, y'all, let's build each other up. Like,
Yeah,
there's
please.
enough space for all of us.
There's a big old pie. Don't let capitalism convince you that it's a small slice that
I
we
know
all have to
that's
fight for.
right.
Thank you.
Mm.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Speaking of pie, I don't know. It's time for GeoNews.
Speaking of
Okay. I can go first.
Okay, yeah.
The city that I had, I think it's pronounced Zagreb in Croatia. And
Okay.
sometimes when I get cities that aren't the capital, I get concerned that I'm not going to find any news. But boy,
Oh.
did I find some news.
Oh no.
And this is from a month or two ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be a month or two ago.
Just this camera.
Trigger warning, gun violence.
Oh.
A suspected gunman in a mass shooting at a nursing home in Croatia is facing 11 criminal charges, including murder, after he was accused of killing 6 people, including his own mother, and wounding as many more, police said on Tuesday. The carnage stunned Daruvar, a spa town of some 8,500 people in central Croatia, and sent shockwaves through the European Union country, where such shootings have been rare, despite many weapons left over from the war in the 1990s. The 51-year-old walked into the nursing home in Daruvar, where he opened fire with the intent to kill multiple people, police said in a statement. He committed 11 criminal acts, including murder, attempted murder. It says the charges also include femicide, which refers to women being killed because of their gender. Police charges are a first step in the criminal proceedings against the suspect. Prosecutors are yet to open a formal investigation that will proceed filing an indictment that would lead to a trial. Monday's shooting raised questions about gun control in a country where people kept their weapons after the end of the country's 1991 to 1995 war. One of the conflicts unleashed by the breakup of former Yugoslavia, Croatia became an EU member. Oh, in 2013. That's not that long ago.
Yeah, it's recent.
This is horrible. I hope that justice is served. It tends to be in homogenous nations like this, and it tends to be swift. I also know that if I've made it to like the end of my life, my kids have their own lives, I'm in a center. I'm doing my yoga class in the morning.
It's fine.
Shout out to CPU storage. Sorry, guys.
Like I literally every time we record, I try to go through and delete anything that might be on my desktop.
I
and,
do
like,
the
my
same
downloads.
thing. It's all good.
forget
But I was pretty much saying that if I'm in an old folks home and I've reached the end of my life, I worked long and hard. My kids are safe and happy in their homes. They visit me. I got my friend group. I do my yoga classes. And this is what takes me out. Somebody's coming with me.
No.
Because what? I cannot imagine the fear and just the confusion in a place where gun violence just like isn't a thing.
Right.
Or as common. I'm a little out of focus.
Yeah. You don't need to go
side to side. But yeah, so that's insane. That's absolutely horrible. And it's also interesting thinking about just like leftover weapons after a war, people just being like, eh. Like did they arm the people? And then after the war, they're just like, just keep it, it's fine. Just interesting.
Very.
So yeah, hopefully justice is served because that's absolutely terrible. But that is what's going on in that city in Croatia. I'm sorry, I tried to find something upbeat, but I was like,
I know. Look, I got the same situation because
okay.
my city was not Czech. Oh, it was in Austria.
No,
I think it was Vienna.
Yes.
Let me see. What is that's so loud? Vienna. Yeah, it was Vienna, Austria.
Okay.
And so when you think of Vienna, Austria, you definitely don't think deadly flooding. So, catastrophe.
Better ingredients, better pizza, proper job. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, catastrophe has deadly floods hit Central and Eastern Europe. So I won't read the whole thing because it's kind of long, but this is from the BBC.
Okay.
A firefighter died during a flood rescue in Austria, and one person drowned in Poland as torrential rain caused by Storm Boris continued to wreak havoc across Central and Eastern Europe. In Romania, 5 people have died, while several remained unaccounted for in the Czech Republic. Like, huh? The Austrian province surrounding Vienna has declared a disaster area, with its leader speaking of an unprecedented extreme situation. Poland's Prime Minister, Donald Tusk, declared a state of natural disaster. So yeah, I think I was reading the article and it was talking about how like they, over the course of 3 days, they got the amount of rain that we get in 3 months.
Huh?
Okay. Several dozen police firefighters in Prague were called to rescue a man who went swimming in the flooded Vltava at 7 a.m. on Sunday.
Crazy. He said, well, while we're here.
Yeah, everything has worsened. I think this is the one I was reading. They've got a total of 17,000 people in the area are without power. 17,000, he said. And in part, Starlink satellites links are being used to maintain mobile phone signal and internet connections.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so I had to go down. I was like, what is going on? So the last part of the article is like, why has Storm Boris been so devastating? And so it says, firstly, cold air from the north has mixed with moisture down from the unusually warm waters of the Mediterranean and Black Sea.
Imagine that. It's almost like the world is getting warmer.
Getting a little toasty. Yeah. Secondly, an area of low pressure has been stuck in a blocked weather pattern, meaning it is trapped between high pressure both in the west and the east. So it's just like locked in on both sides and just sitting there. And yeah, no, it's insane.
That's terrifying. That 3 months and 3 days that sent me. Because what do you even mean? You know how hard and constant the rain has to fall to reach that level? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh
so,
my
god! It's something you don't think. It's like that's not what I expected to read when I got Vienna, Austria. Like Central and Eastern Europe dealing with like crazy flooding.
Yeah, man. Listen, this plan's gonna take us all down. It's gonna take us all down. Make sure you are voting. Make sure you're paying attention and being aware and making good choices and holding corporations accountable. Oh my gosh. I hope that there's recovery soon, and I hope there's just so much going on in the world. There's always a lot going on in the world. But I hope that a blind eye isn't turned because like nobody deserves to be in those conditions. They didn't cause it. So sorry guys.
Okay, we're gonna make it better. Because I gotta explain this next part. So our next segment is guess the song. Okay, guess the song.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
The way we moved on so fast from flooding and shooting is crazy. We're Americans, though. We're built for this. Play the game. Play the game.
Yikes. So we're playing Guess the Song. Okay. So it's similar to what we did last season, right?
Okay.
Where we're going to, I wish I had like a die or something, but do I even have dice in this house? It's fine. So I just texted you,
Okay.
Faith, a random song generator. Okay.
Okay.
Now, when you do it, it'll throw up, which is probably best, like 4 or 5 songs, right?
Yeah.
So what the goal is to pick one, right?
Okay.
We'll sing the first like 5 notes to each other,
With lyric or just the notes?
just the notes,
Okay.
and see if the other person can guess the song.
Ooh, okay. Perfect.
Okay. So let me go first. Let me say, okay, how many songs do I want? Let's just do like a list of 5.
Okay.
Because they're all over the place.
Oh, man.
Okay, here we go. Let me look and see which one I think that you would guess. That's why I liked this one, because I was like, okay.
Okay.
Wait, how does that song go again?
Right. That's what I'm like. Also, like, you're probably going to get the chorus for most of these because I don't know verses like that.
I like that song. Okay, let me see. Oh, wow. Wow, this is a very mixed list. Okay. Okay, this one, I'm going to lowball.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
I'm going to give you a tempo.
Okay. We're swinging. It's giving Count Basie. Okay.
It's giving.
That's like more. It's faster than I thought. Yeah. Okay.
Let me slow it down. Do I have to do the rhythm? Okay. It's gonna be easy.
Oh, yeah. At first, I was like, okay, Prohibition type beat. That's Single Ladies by Beyonce. Yeah. They did her dirty with that. When you listen to just the track of that song, it's crazy. The somebody was like, I bet she can't turn this into a hit, and did.
And literally,
Woo.
song of a generation.
Okay. My turn.
Okay, your turn. Yeah.
All right.
He's a
Chorus. So the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
And
Is this by a white person?
It's by 2 people, and the answer is kind of.
Oh no.
When you see the answer, you'll be like, ah.
I need 3 more notes.
Oh, okay.
I walk out of the house tonight.
Have a good time. Woo, recession pop, baby. 2010. And yes, kind of white. One of them is Barry Gordy's son, and I'm pretty sure he's half white. I'm pretty sure he's half white.
Okay.
Well done. Okay, your turn.
Okay, I got my next one. Yeah. Okay, I got my next one. Wait. Laughing so much. Okay.
You're featuring Black Eyed Peas? I'm pretty sure that's her track and they're on it.
Wyclef.
Yep. Sorry, Wyclef.
Classic.
Shout out to the ending of We Are the World.
IT.
I'll never forget that for the rest of my life.
Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I can do this forever.
Okay. The tempo. Na. No, that's the same melody. Oh crap! Way back in the back. That song is way before this one.
Oh, okay, go again.
No, bobbing in confusion. We're just like, Imagine being on a podcast and doing nothing but this.
I literally can't get that other song out of my head.
Hips don't lie. You gotta be. I don't know a word of that song either. Oh, okay. Do you need more notes?
Yeah, give me
You
more
want
notes.
No more notes. It just starts again. That pattern happens twice, kind of.
I need it with the beat. Do it again. Oh shoot! I feel like I should know this, and I don't.
You should. It's
It's
like kind of like a slower reggae.
I don't know.
It's Side to Side by Ariana Grande. You got me on there. And she was fighting for her life on those treadmills doing the live performance or the like bike machine. Yeah, side to side. Yeah, that's it.
That run is crazy.
That run. That's why I said, please don't ask me for more notes because I can't.
You were like, no. I'm gonna be like,
no.
Ooh, okay, let's each do one more.
Okay, go for it.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2,
Huh?
I messed that up. Hold up. I was like probably half stuff up on all the
You know,
notes.
is it Woody Woodpecker who laughs like ha 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 ha? Who laughs like that? That's what I heard. And I was like, wait.
Oh no, I got hiccups. This will be fun.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And this is crazy. Where is she?
Who knows?
Anyway, all right.
Okay, you have the last one.
Oh, this one's cake. Maybe.
Okay, cool.
No.
You can't do this.
You know what this is.
You only gave me 3 notes. You only gave me 3 notes.
If I give you the 5th, it's gonna go into the next phrase and it's gonna mess it up.
Gotcha. Okay, do it again.
No. Listen to my tone. Listen to the tone of my voice.
Yeah, let me do the tone again. Do it again.
The song of my generation. My generation.
Oh, wait, do it one more time for me.
No.
Is that it?
Trap Queen by Fetty Wap.
Yes!
First year college, boy.
That helped me actually. That like helped place me.
My generation. It was nothing but like Fetty Wap and like people. It was like a bunch of one-hit wonders that year, but they were all like iconic one-hit wonders.
Yeah. Oh, Nami had as a focus.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Me.
Oh, that was fun. We didn't do too bad. Besides, which one did I not get? There was one that I was like, huh?
Yeah,
I don't remember. No, it was. But Shakira came through.
Idiot.
Okay.
This is what we did growing up, folks.
Yeah, for like hours in the dark at night. And mom and dad had to be like, girls.
We're in a book bed.
Oh my god. There's a lot of stuff that you do as a sibling now. Like if you're by yourself, it'll be like, this person needs to be on a watch list. But because you have another person, it's like, it's fine. They're just having fun. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's close out. You opened. So
Yeah.
after I close out, we're gonna sing the Fetty Wap, and that's gonna be the closing to it.
oh god. Okay. Jesus.
Your credits, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We know it was like this today. Emotions, just like my lightsaber. Yes. So we hope you still enjoyed it and you somehow held on for the ride with all this information and the moods across the board. But welcome to sisterhood and how conversations can change within the drop of a hat. Amen. But we hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we hope to see you back here next week. Make wise choices. Think about other people. Don't be dumb.
Yep.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
Some with the how my baby. How was the kitchen cooking pie? Speaking of pies, cooking pies with my baby. Yeah. Stop the recording.